Okay, wow. This is not really a planned thing, but I'm going to have a Whiskey Fireside chat number, I don't know, number 36, I think, I'm not sure. It's my birthday. I am 54 years old today. Oh! Facebook said I was 54 yesterday, and I celebrated it as well because of that, and hence the 2 bottles of Redbreast. Yeah, what I want to talk about, I was going to write this, and I did. In fact, actually, it's going to be a column that I wrote for Paddling magazine, or that used to be called Canoe Roots. But I thought I would talk about it on camera as well. I am so overwhelmed today, and why is the amount of happy birthday greetings I got on Facebook and Twitter. Wow, like I'm talking over 300. Like, wow. Even my mother and my sisters and my aunts and my uncles and my my family and all these other people that basically are my family through the whole idea of paddling and wilderness. Sorry, I'm not sure how to put this. I mean, there's a lot of people on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, and I met them at shows and I got to know them. And there's other people I kind of know and I recognize people at shows and stuff. There's other people I've never met, but I've kind of met them on social media. And you know what I'm talking about, because we all do the social media thing and we all are connected. But man, to have that many happy birthdays, like, whoa! It just reminds me of the story I wrote for Paddling magazine. This summer, Northern Scavenger, a couple of guys that do the YouTube channel, great channel, they were going off to Wabakimi, and they were going to use their old scow of a canoe. And I don't know these guys, but I met them at the 150.
We're gonna have to
we got Northern Scavenger behind me. He's a terrible fisherman. Can't catch a fish if he tried.
And I said, hey, you need to borrow one of my canoes, because if you go to Wabakimi in the canoe you have, you will die. So anyway, they came to my place and borrowed the canoe, and then they brought it back after their big, huge adventure. And they thanked me, and they thanked me by saying, thanks, Uncle Kev. I went, Uncle Kev? And what do you mean by that? They're like, well, in one sense, they're almost like I was the Jedi of canoeing, or I was the old wise man of canoeing. And I was like, no, the heck with that. I'm only 53, and I'm going to be 54. I'm not old and wise. But they have a point. I have been in the canoe world for a long time, because they were just about to turn 27, I think, and my first book came out the year that they were born. Oh my Lord. So anyway, I jotted down a whole bunch of things that have happened since then in the canoe world. And I wanted to ramble this off without a script, but I can't because there's too many. So I used to run rapids without wearing a helmet. I used to get a cold butt sitting on a Grumman canoe. I actually joined a canoe club when I first moved to Peterborough that didn't allow kayakers. I went to the grand opening of the Canoe Museum. I saw the end of Orlex, but I also was around when Old Town had an ad advertising it, throwing it off a roof of a factory. I mean, yeah. I remember the movie Deliverance. I remember social media forums when you put in the word paddle, you went to porn sites. You didn't go to canoe sites. I remember when canoe books were bestsellers. I also remember when canoe movies were in beta, VHS, DVD, and now they're on YouTube and Vimeo. I remember when I filmed in Quetico with Kip Spidell, and we got this brand new camera just before high def came in. We're all excited about it. And just this year I was with the Birchbark guys in Nova Scotia filming in a 360 angled camera. Like, it was like, holy, I remember 35mm film with, you actually had to put in your camera and you didn't even know what the photos were looking like until you got them back from Walmart. I remember actually recording Dan Gibson nature sounds for my presentations, and now you just Google loon calls. I remember my first book, oh man, my first book was written on an electric typewriter, and the second one was on a floppy disk, and my latest one was just downloaded into cloud, and there was not one handwritten scribble whatsoever. I remember giving slide presentations. Wow. Then they went to PowerPoint. Now I actually just use Bluetooth on my phone and connect it to it's changed a lot. I remember radio shows. Now they're podcasts. And now I do more live streaming on Facebook than I would do TV morning shows for promoting wilderness. I remember the day Bill Mason died. So maybe I am Uncle Kev. The one thing that hasn't changed though is I do remember a certain time, maybe about 5 years ago, a big time 10 years ago, where I had these, you know, the guys that could come up to me and said, this canoeing thing, it's dead, you know. I remember in the day, back in the day. And I'm thinking, well, you're still in our day, buddy. And, you know, the canoeing hasn't died. In fact, it's increased immensely. You've got more new Canadians paddling. You've got new families paddling. You've got a whole bunch of young new couples going out. Look at the people that you see on YouTube. Northern Scavenger, Backcountry Angler. Then you've got Chris Pruce. You've got endless relatively young people. I'm missing one that I watch all the time. What has happened here?
Canada Day threw up all over me.
Jim Bard, for example, that's another one. But yeah, all these people that are actually promoting wilderness values and going on trips and stuff like that, it hasn't died at all. Got my maps, got the guidebooks. Where this thing is. I gotta find it before Preston though. Okay. All right, find yourself a paddle. Find yourself in nature. Oh, I don't know. How we portray it is different, and how we actually enjoy it is different. How we get out there is different, the gear is different, but the attitudes are the same or even increased. I think actually we know what we're missing, and we need to protect it even more. So those people were wrong, and I still don't like Uncle Kev. Sorry. I'm a very young 54 years old. So, thank you very much for all those birthday wishes. They mean a lot to me. They really do. And thank you very much for sending them. Okay, so what I'm going to do tonight for my birthday, my buddy Mr. Baxter and Speedo Man are coming over for a fire outside with a few refreshments. So cheers, everybody. Things haven't changed that much.